Pokemon hazards are kind of a problem in Generation 9, more so than ever before. No, not in a bad way as you guys may be thinking, but more so in an annoying way. Let me explain. Hazards like Stealth Rocks, Toxic Spikes, and regular spikes are often used to disrupt Pokemon when they switch in and out. For example, if I switch out Great Tusk into Hisuian Samurott, notice how Samurott takes chip damage as it switches in. That is what hazards do, and they're defined by continual chip damage to the point till your own Pokemon can reliably take care of them. Generation 9 introduced a unique kind of Pokemon named Gholdengo, aka what I call the Hazard Killer. This Pokemon has a unique ability in Good as Gold, which helps stop status moves, namely a move called Defog. Defog is a flying type move which has a role in removing hazards, screens, etc. and whatever else is on the field when it's used. Good as Gold blocks this move and creates a huge disruption in getting rid of hazards in a certain way. But that's not all, as Gholdengo is part Ghost type, which normal type moves like Rapid Spin that is used to get rid of hazards is no longer effective against this thing. You see now why in Generation 9, hazards are more prominent than ever, all because of this Gold Pokemon. The only reliable move that is surefire that is not blocked is Cinderace's Core Change move, which allows to switch hazards from both sides with each other, which prove here and there to be reliable once in a while, but of course, like if you get hazards from the opponent's side to your side, it doesn't really solve much of the issue. But now is July of 2023, and hazards are in a very interesting and unique position, unlike it's ever been before in its time period. You might say it's easier to deal with new ground type threats running around messing up Gholdengo's huge utility, but in fact, it's actually got a bit more weird and probably a bit more complex. Let me explain this. As we know, Hisuian Samurott is the #1 Hisuian Pokemon out there, and no, it's not because of its better stats or better utility, although those two things surely do help. It has to do with one huge thing: Ceaseless Edge. Now, why is this move so incredibly powerful and the talk of the meta right now? Ceaseless Edge gives spikes a huge boost in viability, aka more hazard placement, because of sheer offensive threat Hisuian Samurott can provide by using this move. There is no real reliable safe switch-in, and yes, there are effective Pokemon that can neutralize the damage, but spikes never had a way to be set up as well as dealing damage, so this combo to even deal the slightest of damage is a huge plus in every single way. Samurott is also super versatile to teams in need of Assault Vest, Choice Scarfer, Focus Sash, etc., and alongside Terrestrialization to help it even live longer. And another thing is, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Hatterene was one of the best ways to limit hazards, hence why Tinglu passivity was regarded as really bad, because Magic Bounce was very strong, but Ceaseless Edge has no regard for it because it's an attacking move, which means hazards are always going to be set up regardless who's in, and Hatterene definitely does not want to be in against Hisuian Samurott since it's part Psychic. Because of this, it's much easier to have spikes stick around no matter what, because as a stab dark type move, this is an incredible move to have, especially since it's also boosted by sharpness. Quickly before we move on though, if you guys are enjoying this video, be sure to subscribe for more competitive Pokemon content just like this, and if you want to support me even further and have access to some exclusive things on this channel, like be sure to join the channel as a member as well, link in the description down below. Anyways, back to the video. Removing hazards before was already a huge issue with Gholdengo, and now Samurott even further compounded this issue. And here's another thing. Many of you guys might expect an obvious, but we have Great Tusk in times of need, the ultimate utility breed. But no, in fact, Tusk these days prefer to be more offensive than defensive to eliminate Gholdengo and other ghost types in the tier. For example, Rapid Spinning is fine until you hit Terra Ghost Tinglu, Dragapult, or Air Balloon Gholdengo, which is typically more common. Terra Ghost Tinglu especially can be really annoying because it's already one of the bulkiest Pokemon in the tier. So now blocking hazard Tusk Rapid Spin till probably late game, making Tusk a 3-move Andy essentially. And all 3 of these Pokemon in fact are extremely good right now, with Terra Ghost Tinglu being even better than Prehome for hazard setup teams, with Hatterene also going down in usage because of Hisuian Samurott, and Dragapult is also being one of the Elite 4 Pokemon mentioned as it is. It's not like Tusk can't run Rapid Spin, but the idea of it being a bulky Rapid Spin defensive monster is now out of the question with new offensive threats, and being more offensive allows it to dictate the pace even better and provide even more of a removal of the imposing Gholdengo if need be. What Tusk is the most reliable Pokemon though to get rid of hazards because it's one of the few good hazard removal Pokemon. Defog isn't distributed enough, and same with rapid spin. Like, I'm not rapid spinning with Quaquaval or something like that. It's just not even valuable, especially since like Quaquaval is really frail. And even for example, if you avoid all the ghost types and get rid of hazards with Tusk, it's still bleak for you because the chances that Hisuian Samurott is still around is a good chance, and you still have to be lucky to get rid of those hazards once again. And then again, that can be also pretty predictable. Hazard stacking is easy in Generation 9 compared to previous generations, and it's simply because of not even only prominent ghost types that are running around, but also good as gold being a stupidly good ability that negates the fog, and with Gholdengo's ghost typing, it also negates all rapid spin users. Rapid spinning with Tusk as well gives easy gateway to Rocky Helmet damage from Corviknight or Zapdos, or having to take the chance from Static from Zapdos, Flame Body from Heat Train. Like, those abilities are pretty prominent as well, nerfing Tusk down even more and making it even less reliable in battle than it has to be, since it already cannot click rapid spin like as freely as it wants to. Not to mention, one thing I personally take full advantage of when it comes to read easy Tusk is that to bring in my air balloon Scarlet, because not only is it immune to all those normal type moves, but it also takes away from the ground type move prediction with its air balloon. As a result, you terrestrialize the bug and take full advantage of Tusk's mistakes and set up and go on from there, which again is another Pokemon problem for Tusk and the team. As a result of all this chaos though, Heavy Duty Boots since its introduction in Generation 8 has been one of the most defining pieces in holding this tier together from falling into more hazard dismay. Pokemon like Enamorus, Zapdos, Dragonite, Excalibur, 2 Degrees, Cinderace, etc. all have to make good use of this item to keep their longevity on standby. Having a Pokemon fall to hazards, especially non-flying types that will take damage from every type of hazard, isn't good and can wear down key Pokemon fast for your side, and also this limits creativity to a degree when team building. Choice Scarf Cinderace might be good for example, but hazards can really chip at it if it's not careful. Things like that are primarily the cause of Gholdengo's presence. So what do you have to do exactly to get rid of the hazard stacking meta at the moment? Simple. Give us more ways to get rid of hazards. Seriously, Game Freak, Gholdengo's ability is stupidly good. And sure, even though the game is mostly catered towards VGC these days, like come on, hazards are still a thing. And the fact that Defog is a status move to get rid of stuff is crazy annoying, because now hazards are just everywhere and it's hard to get rid of. It makes hazard gameplay the most threatening it's ever been in generations, if not ever. Anyways, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about hazards right now in Generation 9, and join the Discord down below as well. We have an awesome community, link is in the description as well. And thanks to these people for being part of my member community and Patreon as well. If you guys wish to join and access to exclusive perks like I mentioned earlier, links are in the description down below to be either part of the YouTube membership or the Patreon. And in addition, if we get about 10 members, I will do in a giveaway of a $20 Amazon gift card to the first 10 members for both Patreon and YouTube membership. Lastly, I have been live streaming occasionally here and there, and even doing a face reveal recently, so if you guys are ever around, feel free to stop by and check it out. Before you guys ask as well, I do not have a set streaming schedule, unfortunately. Probably won't, because my days are always changing with new schedules, etc, etc. And I'm also a school student, so that is probably not feasible. But yeah, I kind of just stream whenever I can. Sorry about that in advance if you guys are wondering. Anyways, enough with me rambling. Everything's in the description as you guys know, and you guys know the drill as well. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.